It's 2022, the summer is upon us. What is cool to do in Phoenix, Arizona? We know it gets hot, but there's still a lot of awesome, cool things to do. That's what this video is about. So if you're planning on visiting or if you're already in town and you wanna know what is going on, what can I go do? Check out this video. I'm gonna go over 6 things that I think you're gonna have a blast doing while you're here that are family friendly and tons of fun. We've done them, whether we did it with our kids or with other adults, we had a blast. So I want you to check this out and let us know if you enjoy it. And if you do try any one of these things, we'd love to hear back from you. Just come back to the video and comment below and let us know if you liked it and if it was as fun as we thought it was gonna be. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Do me a huge favor, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and click subscribe and put down a comment. Let us know what you think about the video, because if it's information that's helpful to you, please let us know. And if there's other things that you want to know about, please let me know as well, and we'll do a video on that. The entire goal of this channel is to give you as much information about what it's like to live, have fun, entertain, go eat, anything that has to do with living in Phoenix. This is what channel is meant to do for you. So let us know how else we can help you. In the meantime, go ahead and subscribe, take a look at this video, and I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy the content as much as we love making it. As you guys know, I love making these videos because we have people, guys, calling me all the time. Every month we get calls from people from out of state that are trying to move down here, wanting to know what it's like to live here, where should they live, what town, what suburb, what area, what are houses like, what's there to do for fun, entertainment, all kinds of stuff. So that's why we do these videos. All right, so if you have that in your plans, give me a call. We love to help. We love to be a tour guide, show you around. Let us know how we can help. We're gonna talk about 6 things that I think you're gonna have a blast doing with you and your family in 2022. So check it out. Let's start with number 1. In my opinion, guys, I think one of the best attractions that we have in Phoenix is the Phoenix Zoo. I think the kids and all of the family of any age will love it. Okay, we have 125 acres nicely tucked away in the Papago Mountains, just beautiful surroundings, and it is one of the biggest non-profit zoos in the nation.
Oh my God! Wow!
We have over 3,000 animals, and including endangered species. So you're gonna be able to see all kinds of cool stuff, from orangutans, giraffes, elephants, jaguars, tigers, all kinds of different birds and different reptiles. Just super cool stuff. The kids will absolutely have a blast. They have over 2.5 miles of trails throughout the zoo. They have a children's trail that's separate that you can take the kids through. And there's a bunch of good food. You can stop, take breaks, have a drink, have a meal, go back around again. To really enjoy this fully, guys, is gonna take you about 3 to 4 hours. And I think that you guys will absolutely enjoy it. And it is at a very good price. So tickets are about $30 per adult and $15 per child. Sometimes you can get some discounts online if you buy ahead of time, but that's a super good deal, guys, for an awesome day. That's gonna be a fun-filled, packed day of fun and excitement for the kids, and I honestly still enjoy going. That's all year round, but one cool thing that the Phoenix Zoo does, guys, if you end up being here around the holidays, they have the winter zoo lights or the Christmas zoo lights, and if you are able to catch that, and you know, the kids will love it. They literally cover the entire zoo in lights, and they do light shows, and the lights change with the music, and super cool stuff. So if you're in town during that time around Christmas, definitely check that out. I think you're gonna love it. All right, guys, so let's go to number 2, which is one of the probably hottest attraction, and it's grown in popularity more and more. We see it almost daily. It is a hot air balloon ride. If you've never done one, like myself, that's the one thing on this list that we have not done yet, but it's definitely on our list. Everybody that's been on it, they rave about it. They have a fantastic time, and it's just such a cool experience. And you have so many different vendors that do this on different parts of town. The ones that I'm going to talk to you about are going to be here in the area where we live, where we see them all the time, rising up in the morning as we take the kids to school. It's up in the Northwest Peoria, aka the Upper West Side. We have a lot of videos on that because we love this area. And it's just super cool. It starts early in the morning, depending on the vendor that you pick. There's one that actually lets you be really hands-on. You are actually helping blowing up and inflating the balloon before it takes off. It comes with, you know, a nice little breakfast meal before you get up in the air, and then they take you up and they go, you know, you go look around at everything around the Phoenix area, over the desert, and just super cool, unique experience. You know, it's not something that's on everybody's list, but if that's something that you're into, everyone who has done it, they absolutely love it. And as far as pricing, it is a little bit pricier, and there's different vendors again and different things you can do. There are some that will do just a 1 hour balloon ride, and those are going to be around $250 per person, and that's a group, you know, 5, 6, however many it fits in that balloon, and still to be safe. And then you have the more private ones that you can do a very private, romantic, hot air balloon ride for 2. That's gonna start around $900. And then you can do the same kind of small private thing for about 3 to 5 people. That's gonna be in the $1,200 to $1,300 range, but that's gonna be a little bit longer. So altogether, from beginning to end, that's gonna be probably about a 3.5 hour ride. So really cool stuff. I'll put the information down below in the links, of course. You have direct access to it if you're interested in more. And as always, guys, comment below if you have any questions that maybe I didn't cover and that you're curious about, and we're happy to do it. All right, number 3, guys, it's gonna be a self-guided ATV tour. If you don't know what ATVs are, you know, the little fun little cars on 4 wheels that go through the desert, you know, rough roads. Super cool, super exciting, and you get to go in a group and somebody kind of leads the way. It takes you to some cool places that you can see and visit, and you go through the desert, up and down, all kinds of cool trails. So super exciting, you know, for people who love, they have that thrill for speed and thrill for adventure. Definitely can get a little bit dangerous, you know, if you're doing crazy turns and things like that. I've seen personal friends fly off those things and break an arm. So you really want to be careful there, and just make sure you know what your level of expertise is there, and you know, try not to overdo it. Definitely don't want that to end in a negative way, because it really could be really fun. And it's just a lot of cool places to do it. So even though you have the ability to go do a guided tour, our desert is so vast and so awesome, and almost anywhere you go around town, guys, you're gonna find a cool place where you can go on your own. So you can just get some ATVs, go with some friends, and pretty much anywhere around town you're gonna find some cool desert areas where you can just go crazy on those things. So whether you decide to do it with the guided tour or you decide to do it on your own with some friends, just be careful, be safe, but of course have fun. You know how far you can stretch it, and just take it as far as you can without getting hurt. All right, number 4 on the list, guys. This is an absolute must, especially if you have kids. Our girls love it. I had a really great time. I didn't know much about it because this is something new that we've only had here for about 8 years, maybe. It's a very cool. If you're into the sea life and into, you know, sea animals, you're absolutely gonna love this. It's called the Sea Life Aquarium. It's huge, and it's just so crazy. Even the idea when it first came up and that they were gonna build this here in Phoenix to be able to go see sharks in the desert, right? Like, we're in the desert, but this aquarium is huge, and it's got sharks, it's got turtles, it's got all kind of sea animals that the kids absolutely love it. And they have so many cool, unique things in there. They have like a 360 tunnel through the ocean, you know, look-alike kind of thing. And just so cool to just see those sharks swimming around you. A lot of good food, you know, of course, gift shop, all kinds of stuff like that. A great place for kids to learn about marine life and how to try to save our oceans and all of these endangered species. Very educational, but super entertaining. And even though once that's done, it's in such a cool place that they built this together with a couple of other nice attractions right around. So once you're out of this and you want to continue to stay and explore some things, they have Butterfly Wonderland that's right next door. That's kind of cool and unique, where you just go through this place just full of butterflies from room to room to room to room. So that's super cool. And they also have a mirror maze that's right next door as well. So they did a lot of cool attractions right next to each other. And then literally you go across the street and you have go-karts and a trampoline place and all kinds of cool places right there within like a 200-300 yard radius. So definitely put that on the list if you have kids and if they love seeing sharks and fish and all kinds of cool stuff like that. This takes about 2 to 3 hours easily, and the price for it, again, it's super affordable and definitely worth the time. So the price for this is going to be about $45 to $50 per adult, and I think it's about $25 per child. But sometimes we've seen some good deals online if you buy it ahead of time for only about $32 to $33 per adult and $15 per child. So that's a super nice discount.
Nice.
Definitely use that money that you save to enjoy some good food and treats while you're out there, because they have a ton of restaurants around the area as well. So I hope that helps, and promise you, if you're in town, you don't want to miss that. All right, number 5 thing that I absolutely think you should do this, and most likely this you want to do in the summer months, even though a lot of people are afraid of our crazy heat that we have, and that is kayaking or tubing down the Salt River. It is such a blast, guys, and it's for all ages. Obviously, if you have a very little kid, you want to be super careful, super safe with them. You can either just take the bus that the Salt River Recreation offers, go rent the tubes. You have just big floating tubes, and then you go and float down the river. It's about a 4-hour floating ride, super relaxing and entertaining at the same time, because from time to time you'll get through some rapids, so it will give you some, it brings a little bit of excitement into this adventure. And those are really the places where you want to be a little bit more careful with the little ones so they don't, jump over or fall over. The cool thing is we've done this many times with the kids. So us, the adults, will get in the tubes. You can tie the tubes together with the rope so everybody stays together and safe. And then for the kids, we would buy like a little mini boat or a little floaty that has edges on the side, so they're sitting inside the floating and it has something around them, so a little bit safer. Or even like a little kayak or a little boat, you can take down this river and keep the kids in that to keep them safe. If you enjoy a nice refreshing alcoholic beverage, they do allow you to bring a cooler on the river with some drinks with you, so you can enjoy that as you're floating down. And it's just a super fun day to float down the river. You absolutely want to make sure you get a lot of suntan lotion, because it will burn you up 4 hours in that crazy smoking sun. But even though it gets pretty hot in the summer, guys, the river is still pretty chilly. It's pretty cold, so it's nice to just jump in and cool off and back on. It's just a lot of fun. And then they also have some really neat guided tours on kayaks. Well, they'll take you on a kayak up and down the river, and that's really cool as well if you want something a little bit more organized and probably a little bit safer, I would think, because there's just 1 or 2 people in the kayak. You got the life vest on you, and it's guided, so it might make it a little bit safer. And again, price is not outrageous. And again, guys, the price, super good deals. At least in my opinion, I think it's definitely worth taking the time and spending the money to have that kind of an activity, because you don't get to do that in many towns, right? It's very rare that you're gonna see something like this, especially in the desert. And the price for this, guys, is super inexpensive. So the rental for a tube and the bus ride is $17. That's it. So basically you drive your car up there to the parking lot, you go get in line, go rent your tubes, the bus will take you up the river, they drop you off, and then from there you float right back down to where the parking lot is. So super cool, awesome, fun activity. So I definitely hope you're gonna get to enjoy that next time you're here. But feel free to call me, as I said, for any other information that you need. My guess, there's no surprise that a tour of the Grand Canyon and Sedona combination is gonna be on this list, guys, right? One of the wonders of the world. The Grand Canyon is an absolute must when you're down here. take the family, take the kids. It's kind of a long drive from Phoenix. You know, it's gonna be 4 to 4.5 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, depending on traffic and depending how fast you drive. But it's absolutely something you want to see. I mean, it's, you know, one of the wonders of the world, just a very massive and impressive looking thing. But in all reality, like once you get there and you see it, you're like, oh, okay, you know, that's it. So you definitely want to take it a step further. There's things that you can do while you're out there. You can do a Jeep tour, you can do a train ride, or even better, and this is something, again, we haven't done yet, but definitely we want to do at some point because we've heard such great things about it. You can hike down the canyon and back up. I think it's a 1 day in and out, so you go and camp down there, but you have to get a pass about a year in advance to be able to hike down there and pitch a tent. So something like that, if you're truly a hiker and an explorer, you're gonna get a lot more out of it if you go do the full experience. But even if you just drive out there and you do the Grand Canyon just visual tour where you go up on that big walkway, check it out, where you could like see underneath you, it's super cool. Just very majestic place, and really impressive, you know, what nature can do, and you know, with water erosion over time and wind. It's just spectacular place to see. And then definitely you want to get a little bit of stopover in Sedona. Maybe do one of the pink Jeep tours. That's really cool. And if you know anything about Sedona, you know, it's got those unique red mountains all around you, beautiful creek down and through the middle, and just a lot of cool things. I mean, we can have a whole video on just Sedona, so we'll definitely be working on that because we love going up there and so much to do. That needs probably an entire series on all the cool things that you can do in Sedona. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps. Those are the 6 things that I absolutely think you should do if you're here in 2022. The kids will love it, the rest of the family will love it, even just, you know, 2 people, couple romantic things is gonna be fun no matter what you pick out of this list. If there's anything else that you want to know about, as always, reach out, call me, text me, email me, send the pigeon if you need to with a little note. Whatever you got to do, get a hold of me. We're happy to help. But hey, don't forget, please, if you enjoy this video and you found this content informational and helpful, please subscribe to the channel and share with somebody else that might be looking for the same information. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.